Alright, I am EvilSqueegee. This is twitch.tv/EvilSqueegee, or alternatively, if you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/EvilSqueegee. Sarah P, that's me, is playing the U.S. Marshal Sam. Finn is playing our Pony Express rider, and I am the Game Master, otherwise known as Marshall. This is Deadlands. Running the Deadlands Classic system, and our posse has just been given a mission to prove themselves to a criminal that is probably going to have them either demanding money from a child or roughing up a child, and we don't know what they're going to do because they don't want to rough up a kid. Sounds like they're going to have to come up with some sort of alternative solution to their problems. Before we get going, I just want to let the audience know, as this was being recorded live on our Twitch channel. There are a couple of things you can do to help the party out. One, you can shout "beat" in all caps at the top of your caps lock, alright? Just shout it at the top of your caps lock, and that will be your way of showing your applause for the party when the party or the players do something hilarious, do something really cool, come up with a great idea. Whatever it is that you think was really cool and you were glad that you tuned in to watch it, you can shout "beat," and if enough people are crying out "beat," I will give the party a small reward. In this game, that reward takes the form of a fate chip, which lets them prevent damage to themselves, saves their lives, or boosts their rolls, or turns into bonus experience. The other thing you can do is if you really want to, if you wanna help the party out or fuck with the party, you have the power to do that with our Unnatural Dice donation rewards program, wherein you can fuck with the dice. All of that information on how you can fuck with the dice is underneath the stream. There is an Unnatural Dice button. In all of that information there. You click that, it'll give you everything that is lined up there. Thank you very much, Lady Amarith, for letting us know that that is a thing. Right there, she's keeping track of what's going on. And that is all good to go then, okay? So, one last time I'll flash the TGN logo, and we can get the game... Actually, no, I'm not flashing the TGN. What am I doing? We're getting right back into the gameplay! Let's do this. So, the address that you... Cognition. You gotta find that accent. You can't play Deadlands without a terrible southern accent. It is required. Alright, so.
Required.
So, we are, you can fuck the dice, Poppet Princess. It's very true. Very true. Alright, so, you are headed back across town. And the further you get towards this address, the more and more the neighborhood that you seem to be in Dodge City is in ill repair. Negligent road care. There's bumps and pits in the road, like somebody done dug a hole in the public road that they ain't fixed yet. Sir Ron's, could you please could you be so kind of swip to push to talk?
All right.
The road is a little bumpy, a little less considerate for wagons or horses or even steam-driven wagons, which are a new and exciting development of the world of Deadlands. There's the buildings seem a little rickety, like maybe they got a little too much draft, or their roofs might be a little too leaky in the event of God blessing the world with rain. People seem to be a little less washed. Clothes seem to be a little more tattered. And at the heart of the unwashed and tattered, leaky, drafty poverty of this segment of town is the address that you have been sent to. And your fears are confirmed, Sarah P, out of character. This is, in fact, Little Timmy. Little Timmy is, in fact, the boy that you encountered before, and it would seem that he is in debt either to Stubtoe Duncan or to somebody that Stubtoe Duncan is working for. And looking at their living conditions, they are probably not going to be able to pay up. And you can just tell that looking right at it. Now, as you are walking up to the building, the little boy, he can't be any more than 13. Like, he's a young kid. You know, he's just starting to reach that age where people might start treating him like an adult, but not quite. And you can hear a female voice coming from inside the shack. Not saying anything important, just a whoop and cough. It is obvious that there is a sick female adult somewhere in the building, just out of sight, maybe around the corner in a bed, or, a cot, or just on the dirt ground. And he's just coming outside. Little Timmy is just coming outside, and he's adjusting his hat. And he was just coming and running. He's running, and he seems excited about something, right? And then he sees you. and he stops. He's like, Sam! And he points at you. Very excited to see you. He remembers your name. You helped save him from Salt Lake Sam, you see. He remembers you.
Hi there, Timmy.
Hi, Sam. What you doing here?
How you been, son?
He says, I've been I'm good. He immediately toughens up, right? Like, stands a little up straighter. There ain't nothing wrong going on in little Timmy's life. Timmy is toughing it out. Nothing's wrong.
Good thing, son.
Timmy, you seem very excited about something. Care to share what that is?
Oh, I was just going out to see if the boys wanted to go wrangle some tumbleweeds.
Got it. Timmy, how much is tumbleweeds worth?
They sell for a nickel. Downtown.
Nickels.
There's a guy who buys tumbleweeds for a nickel. He likes to put them in his house. I don't know why.
Nickel's pretty good money there, Timmy, but you're nearly a man. How come you ain't wrangling cattle?
My pa wrangled cattle, and he was trampled recently, and Ma don't want me going near no cattle.
I'm sorry to hear that, Timmy.
Out of character, was this because of the stampede we did?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Why, yes, I would.
Well, Timmy, I'm sorry to put a little damper in your day, but there's a reason I'm here. And it's not a very pleasant one.
That's okay. You're a pleasant person. I can.
You can?
I can.
You can what?
Yes.
Poor Timmy. Timmy, the reason we're here is because you apparently owe some people some money. Is that true?
Yeah, but I got it.
Well, you got it. Can you give it to me so I can give it to them? We can have done with this unhappy business.
I'm gonna need a whole bunch of tumbleweed first. That's why I was going to get tumbleweed. Normally, Ma says she'd do it, but she's sick. She can't work. She says the boys don't like her when she shows up to work sick. She doesn't make any money.
Timmy, how much tumbleweed do you need?
And he'll like start like nervously fidgeting with his hat. He says, I don't know. I gotta learn me some arithmetics.
That you do.
Well, can you tell me how many nickels you need?
No, a lot.
Can you tell me how many nickels you have?
And he holds up a single nickel. Shut up, that's a quarter. I got this wrangling tumbleweeds yesterday.
I will take the nickel. I'm going to give this to the man that you owe money to. Sound like a plan? And then I'm going to say, Timmy, would you hold on a moment? And I'm going to talk to Finn.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam?
I'm assuming you're going to like have a hushed conversation off to the side where little Timmy can hear you. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yes. I'm not messing this kid up.
I understand.
Well, it wouldn't do any good now, would it?
No, it wouldn't. He doesn't... He's one dumb kid.
We gotta get the hell out of Dodge.
That we do.
Ugh.
But Jack is still here.
We don't know that for sure. How would you
Right.
know that for sure?
Because Rattler said so.
Did he?
That he did.
I was a little addled from the being tiny, if you don't remember. Oh wait, you don't remember.
You were never tiny.
You're right. I was never tiny.
I want both of you to take a white chip.
I'm now up to 10, I believe, from that. Oh, you're right. I was never tiny. I don't think. And I start twitching. And then I get an idea. And I reach it in my pocket. I pull out my gunpowder. And I snort it.
What are you doing?
Okay.
No.
I need you to roll me. I need you to roll me. Do you have any kind of sneak or stealth or anything?
Nope.
All right. So roll me untrained smarts. Ooh, you get a 4. Still not good enough. And so you reach in, right? And you're like, right? And you just snort some gunpowder. Now, Finn, you're looking at Sam like, what the fuck? Right? And little Timmy will be like, no! And like, he's gonna like run over. He's gonna like run over and like, he's gonna be tugging the side of your shirt, right? Be like, don't do that, drugs are bad! Drugs are bad, don't do drugs! Don't! Like, he's very upset and he's very afraid for you now.
How do you know drugs are bad?
But, Papa?
That's
Papa.
gunpowder, not any kind of drug.
Hold on, I'll get to you, Finn. How does
No,
Papa
no,
know
no, no,
drugs
we
are
need
bad?
Papa knows a lot about drugs? And Papa knew a lot about drugs before the stampede.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we do keep forgetting our botches. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We'll pick it up as we go. We'll move on, right?
Okay.
Papa knew a lot about drugs before the stampede. He
Stampede? Where did he work?
Oh, he worked over at the ranch up outside town, up at Salt Lake Sam's ranch.
Okay,
Didn't-
I'm gonna say, hold on.
Roll me a SCART check.
I botch.
Okay then. Okay then.
That increase to 5 guts is not gonna help me.
No, it really isn't. So this is the Destiny token moment. That'll be 30 seconds for anybody to throw in that Destiny token they've got saved up to pick what happens to Finn. We can do this on a botch. Can't do it on a normal failed roll because how much you failed by impacts what happens. But when you straight up botch, I'll let somebody blow a Destiny token to pick anything they want off the chart, barring it killing you, because I don't want to let the audience members just outright kill you, which is a possibility for the record on his card check.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I got little Timmy's dad killed? Like...
Well,
all
here
right.
comes a unicorn Sky.
All right, so I need you to roll me. We're gonna call this. Roll me 2d6. This is exploding. All right, and add 5 to that. Meanwhile, I'll be slow again on having access to the book, so I'm gonna keep talking just to make it look like I know what I'm talking about. So what am I gonna talk about? I'm gonna talk about how there are no real rules for botching in the SCART check. So I'm making them up on the fly because I think I've got a really good grip on the undercurrents of the mechanics of the system, and so we're gonna go and we're gonna say that I don't even remember if it's in the. Oh no, that wasn't the right book.
I got a 9.
You get a 9. Oh, okay. I know. I actually remember what that is. That you got yourself a case of the heebie-jeebies, boy. Like you feel like just a tad bit guilty, all right? And unless you do something to fix that guilt, all of your actions are going to be at -2 for the rest of the scene.
I'm gonna pray to Jesus.
All right. What do you pray? What do you pray, Finn? What do you pray?
Lord, forgive me for starting that stampede. My life was in danger.
Okay. That'll do some help. That'll help you a little bit, but not enough to fix that guilty feeling that is overwhelming you there. All right.
Any of these drugs that your daddy knew about, any of those around?
No. Daddy never. Papa never brought his drugs home. He said they were bad. Drugs bad, and we shouldn't have drugs. And Papa didn't like drugs, and Papa didn't like what drugs did to Ma, and so Dad made sure the drugs never came home.
What did drugs do to Ma?
She, like, whooping coughs. Ma says drugs made her sick, and that I should never do drugs because they make people sick.
Your pa was a wise man. Listen to your pa.
Drugs are
Now,
bad.
Sam!
Don't do drugs, Sam. Please don't do drugs. Please.
Don't worry,
Please don't
it's
do
just
drugs, Sam.
gunpowder.
Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad.
This
Don't worry.
is not drugs. This is science.
Please tell me you actually say that.
I do. I said it. Yeah. This is not drugs. This is science.
I'm ad quoting that. Ad quote. There you go, Sarah B.
Thank you. So yeah, add it to the list. All right.
Oh man, that's funny as fuck. All right. So I'm off to do some science. Bye, guys. Death Ripper. Okay. All right. So Sam. Okay, the kid will look. But that looks like drugs.
It's gunpowder, son.
Here, spell it.
And he's gonna no, this is not comfortable on his nose. He's gonna run around in circles for a bit doing this.
No, don't rub that. Don't rub that, please. Don't
Okay.
rub that.
Oh god! So little Tim is like, and you're like, don't, and of course it only makes it worse. And like he's gonna run out back, and there'll be like a splashing sound, right?
Okay, he's fine. Sam! What the hell?
What?
Snorting gunpowder?
It makes my hand work better.
What?
Let me try to explain this in a way that you would understand. This is my hand of poker. And so far, it's winning me more than you done ever won in your life.
How?
Do not question the ways of science.
Question the ways of science.
That's the idea of science. You question everything. You question everything in science.
I found in my studies when I was putting this damn hand on this damn arm that I got a better result on the things I was trying to do, like open jars and shit, if I stored gunpowder first. That's the secret, Finn. Don't tell anyone.
You've become mad. Mad
I
scientist?
find that offensive.
Too bad.
I can't get any more white chips because I have too many.
That's okay.
So, do I need to turn some in for bounty?
You can only turn them in for
Can
bounty
you
at the
do
end of the
that?
session. You just
Oh,
gotta
that's
spend.
at
You
the end of
spend
the
them.
session.
Yep, you can spend them on rolls if you want.
Oh, okay.
At any point. Yeah.
All right. I find that offensive.
Too bad. You're snorting gunpowder.
Yeah, and
That
I'll do it
can't be
again.
good. That can't be good for your brain. It's going to it will explode if fire comes near your face.
Well, I won't go sticking my face in any candles then, will I?
You can't guarantee that. You know we lit a freaking ranch on fire?
Correction. Matthias did that.
Semantics. You agreed to it.
I will look around for Timmy.
Timmy is now, he's got his face is just like dripping, right? His hat is like this, right? His face is dripping and he's like,
So yeah, that's why you don't do
Sam?
drugs, Timmy.
you have a really tough nose.
Yes, she does. And I'm going to talk to her about it. But first,
Timmy, you know it's polite when company comes to invite them inside for a spot of tea.
I don't have any tea.
that's okay.
Would you please come inside, little lady?
Why, thank you kindly, sir.
I look at Sam. And I just stare. As she walks inside, and then I slowly follow from behind.
So you step inside of the shack, right? And there is a woman. She's a good-looking girl, or she would be if she wasn't clearly worn down with some kind of severely crippling sickness, right? She's sweating. She's under the blankets. There's a bucket next to the bed, and it smells like vomit. You don't want to see what's inside of it, right? And she'll look up, and she'll be like, "Little Timmy, I told you no visitors. Mom, this is Sam. This is Sam. Sam helped me save me from Salt Lake. Sam, when I borrowed that money that was fake, that fake money." And she was like, and the mother is oh, all right, Timmy, all right. All right, Timmy, that's okay. It's okay.
I rub my new rosary and say a prayer for Timmy's mother.
Ma'am, I want you to know, I personally don't mean you or your boy no harm. But I do have to say that the reason I'm here is to collect a debt apparently owed to some people who maybe you don't want to be owing no debts to.
She takes a deep breath. She says, "I knew this would happen sooner or later."
Now, it would help me if you could tell me all you possibly can about this situation with some fake money.
You mean the money with Andolini?
She says, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. My husband was the one who kept everything floating. Without Mark, we'd just been lost at sea.
Do you have any idea how much fake money was borrowed
A lot more than we could pay. Something to the tune of $75. Out of character for the record. This is 1800s pre-inflation. That is
Right,
a
that's a
fuckload of money.
Fuck ton of
That's
money.
a fuck ton of money. For example, your I think your Gatling pistol is $35. And that is like the most expensive killing machine you can carry in public. Like, all right.
We have become aware that Mark perhaps did some work with some substances.
Yeah.
Would any of those be hanging around here?
Mark wouldn't let me near the stuff anymore after we things took a turn for the worse. I think he kept all his goods over at the ranch.
Can I roll to see if she's lying?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me scrutinize. You will botch.
This, I will buy.
You will completely botch. So, Sam, Finn, you know, you've already burned your botch, haven't you? Or do you still have another botch lined up?
He had 2.
I have one more.
Alright, Finn, you will also botch, and the both of you were very convinced that she is lying. Very much so. Finn, you are an expert poker player. You know a liar when you see one.
Expert.
And Sam, you know better than to trust an addict. Gotta be a stash around here somewhere, right?
Do I still have the potion that I picked up from the ranch? I still have a bunch of ammo in my pockets right now.
Yes, you do. You have ammo, and what was the potion you picked up? What does it do?
It was the acid potion.
Right.
Did it look a little like this?
No. No, it was more of a pill.
Pill.
Well, ma'am, if we're going to try to get the situation rectified, do you mind if we take a look around the place? See if there's anything here that might help us to absolve you of your current situation?
She goes to take a deep breath, which will result in a chain of hacking and coughing, and she says, I suppose I can't stop you.
We'll leave everything as we found it.
Where do you need to look? I can help.
Everywhere you got, Timmy. You've been such a gentleman so far. You wouldn't mind helping us look all around your place here?
Nope. I suppose I wouldn't. And he will immediately start, searching the place, not having any idea what he's looking for, or why, or what's actually going on. Or the fact that he's helping the thugs that are here to demand money from his sick mother find something to take. Like, he has no clue. This poor mom.
I'm looking specifically for some of that fake money. Because if it's fake money, it seems a little unusual that somebody would be asking for it back, or that they would be requiring real money to replace fake money that was taken or borrowed.
Oh, we know this is from Antonio Andolini, the fake money.
I don't think I know that.
Sam doesn't know, but Finn knows.
Oh, Finn knows.
The name Antonio Andolini means nothing to Sam yet. So, Finn.
And as a U.S. Marshal of the Law, a counterfeiting ring is something that I'd be interested in maybe busting up.
Exactly. So I want both of you to roll me search. Search is based on cognition, I think. Is that untrained, Finn?
Nope. Oh no, that's 2 dice. Hold on.
I'm untrained. I will roll a white chip.
Alright, blow a white chip, get another die. Finn, you got a 7?
Yep.
And Sam, your
Not
highest
helpful.
result is a 1. So Sam, you
Great.
do not seem to find anything, and Finn, your highest result being a 7. You, at most, you find a pretty locket that's got it's made of some kind of gold, right? You find it inside of a little case, and it's got a picture of a younger gal who looks strikingly like the girl in the bed, and a young man, in one half of the heart on either side of picture in each one, right? And it says M on the front, and it says M on the back.
I can't take that. I killed the daddy. I can't take that.
All right, but Sam, you don't find anything worth nothing of value, and little Timmy seems to be very enthusiastically rummaging through everything that a polite young boy would rummage through, but he does not touch his mother's belongings. He does not go through his daddy's chest. He does not go into the private things, right? So that leaves you to go there, and you won't find nothing of value. They are truly strucken poor and povertous. And Finn will. Do you just quietly replace that locket where you put it? All right. So Sam,
Yeah.
you're unaware that Finn has decided not to bring your attention to this. You don't find anything.
Well, I will say to Finn in a hushed conversation, there is nothing here.
Well, I do have one of the remaining potions from the ranch and a bunch of the ammo from the ranch, so we can probably use that in forward for this young man's debt.
I do have a bunch of ammo from the ranch, but it's all Confederate ammo. Can I look at one of the bullets and see? Can I look at one of the bullets and see if it's got an imprint of like anything, like a label or anything that would identify the ammunition?
The ammo that you've got here, Sam, is the ammo that you collected from the machines, correct? Yes.
Yep,
It's very
that
much
I lost
branded.
my hand getting.
It is very much
Okay.
branded Confederate.
So,
We can't sell it to just anybody for cash, and I'm not sure we want to roll up back on Stubtoe Duncan with bags of Confederate ammo from said range. Well,
the
maybe.
gunsmith might want some ammo.
That's possible. There's quite a bit of it here. How many you got?
1,000 rounds. I believe it was the how much I picked up.
Yep. So do I, but that ain't worth no $75, I don't think.
This potion might.
That potion's just for blowing things up. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
it's useful.
I've got a goop potion too. But all of that together, $75.
We'll consider it a payment.
Alright, let's give it a shot, I guess.
Alright,
Tarnation, I just wanted a password. This is turning into more of a delivery.
My
I look
specialty.
at Finn, who I know to be a former Pony Express rider.
I'm still a member. As I still need to find a certain piece of mail for my own reason. And you want to head over to the gunsmith, present said ammunition.
May as well.
How much will it net altogether?
Do you have any skills such as appraise, scrutinize, search?
I have scrutinized.
I will allow you to use scrutinize. All right, a 5 will be enough. That might fetch you $5.
Fair enough.
For 2,000 or 1,000?
$5.
Marshall.
$5 for the ammunition that Serranus that Finn has. So Sam's collection of that ammunition as well might be a total of $10, but that is still an insignificant portion of the $75 debt that is held. Now, Sam, Chad is bringing this up, and I will mention you do have a small chunk of Ghost Rock, and Ghost Rock is a pretty penny. It's still probably not $75 in Ghost Rock, because it's a small piece of it. But Ghost Rock is so expensive that its existence has fueled the Great Rail Wars, in which gangs funded by private organizations have been violently attempting to sabotage one another's rail line productions in order just to transport Ghost Rock first.
As a scientist, though, I'm not quite sure what this, because it's not just a piece of Ghost Rock. It's got some wires on it. It's made out of a piece of parchment. It's not like any Ghost Rock I've ever seen.
Correct.
Here,
Remember, we did kill his dad.
Finn, take a look at this, and I'll show him the Ghost Rock item that I have.
Okay. Yeah, how much do you think that will
25.
go for?
25 maybe.
25?
You know what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, look, this isn't like any Ghost Rock I've ever seen. It's not a nugget of Ghost Rock. It's got a strip on it. It's got wires. Like, what is this?
Well, it's it's a bit of Ghost Rock connected to a piece of parchment through wires and stuff.
That's what I just told you about it.
For the record, I only have one bit of mad science. So
Neither of you know what the device's purpose is. But that Ghost Rock chunk will fetch for $25. It's a very nice piece of Ghost Rock. That might be why the guy who was like, for $10, I'll point you in the right direction. You were like, how about this Ghost Rock? And he was like, here's like, I'll be over here now. Let's end this conversation and leave before Sam notices what's happening. Like.
And how much would the potions go for?
Damned if I know, son.
You've never really, like Sam has never sold nor bought them. Her experience with them was strictly in the military, and these are not the same thing. They're just the same type of device. She doesn't know what their value is monetarily.
I've always had to use them. Never really had to sell them for anything. Always found a place to use them in a pinch. Well, I guess there's nothing for it. $35. It's almost half.
It's about half, yeah. So, I guess we can convince him that it's a payment rather than the whole 75.
If he's not willing to take 35, yeah.
I have ways.
Well, I'm glad you do. My ways are a badge, and that don't work well around these parts. Let's go.
Alright. So we take our $35 and head on over to wherever Stub-Toed Duncan is.
All right. So you head down into the area. Stub-Toe is conveniently just arriving back from his business. As you guys get there just a moment beforehand, and then you hear that telltale chunk, chunk, chunk of Stub-Toe Duncan come around the corner. And sure enough, as he rounds the corner and the sunlight is blotted out from his massive form standing between you and the sun that is setting in the distance, he looks you up and down. He says, "Well,
here's what we have, what that would be considered a payment." I show him the $35.
He looks you up and down. He says, "All right." He'll hold out his money. He'll hold out his hand for the money.
Alright, I hand it to him.
He'll pocket. He says, "So this was a test of character to see if you were the types that might fit in at the vault. I'm going to guess you didn't rough him up, and I know this ain't his money, because he ain't got no money. However, willingness to do what needs to be done is only half the job. Results are what matter. In that department, though, you've only half delivered, now ain't you? You give me half my money, I give you half the password.
Half the money, half the password?
Half the password is party.
Would that be the front half of the password, as I have given you the front half of the money?
He says, no, it ain't. Pleasure doing business, boys and girls.
And you as well.
Chunk, 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 chunk. And he will head off. For a debt collector, he seems a pretty fair boy.
If you were gonna say that, I was going to. If he was gonna try to be like, nope, no password for you, I'd be like, no, half a password.
Party.
So you know the words
Well,
party,
he was
but it's not the
living
front
in
half of the
New Shirt
password. It could be the center 50%. Like, it could go from 25 to 75. You don't know.
Well, what do you want to do now?
Let's see if we can find another way.
Perchance we can. But I think I've got a couple of things I need to take care of, and it's getting late. Maybe we should head back.
More than likely, yes.
Alright. What I'm considering doing is doing a little mad science on the Colt that I picked up.
Alright.
And taking a look specifically at them bullets and seeing if I can figure out exactly what they do.
Alright, so here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Finn, you were going to retire probably to try and make up some more money. Is that what you're going to do? Find yourself a poker game to go hit up? Or do you have something else you'd like to accomplish?
Don't gamble for it. That's how we lose money, not how we gain money. You asshat.
I would like to see if I can't find a delivery job.
Alright.
See how much that would get me.
Alright, so you will, so you're going to hire yourself out as a member of the Pony Express.
Oh, yes.
Alright, so there will in fact be a delivery job, the details of which we shall cover at a future point. But finding work as a Pony Express member is not that difficult. The moment you have the credentials to present yourself as a true and honest member of the Pony Express, you will have all kinds of opportunities for work. Now, Sam, you've got this device you want to experiment on, and it was the Colt. You want to learn a little bit about the Colt,
specifically the bulletin, yeah.
So, what would you do? Can you describe the principle behind your experiment and what the experiment might be to me?
First off, as somebody who knows weaponry quite well and has a little tinkering in her background, I would take the gun apart as if to clean it thoroughly, take all the pieces out, see what the inner workings are. These bullets to me are a little bit unusual. I would prefer, if possible, to do some experimenting with any kind of optical tools or something that would allow me to see really tiny, really close up, and avoid wasting any of the 5 bullets that I have, if at all possible.
All right, so you got 5 bullets, and so you get them goggles going. The piece of equipment you always had to, perform maintenance on your arm. You pull them goggles down, and you're looking over this Colt as you take it apart, and you start to notice there are some very, very, very specific engravings. All right, very specific engravings. Can you do me a favor and roll me mad science based on knowledge?
Now, you said that tinkering rolls would count for my mad science rolls.
Yes, and this is a tinkering device, so you can do that. So roll me your tinkering. Your highest roll's an 8. Would you like to spend any chips to increase that?
I will spend a blue.
Blue and red do
I'll
the
spend
same. Spend a blue.
I'll spend a blue chip to make that 8 explode.
All right. Go ahead and roll me another d6 to force that 8 to explode. All right, so you get a 9. I will give you,
Right.
as a result of that, would you like to spend any more chips?
No.
All right. I'm going to give you 2 questions that you can ask me, the marshal, all right, that I will answer as honestly as I can about this cult.
Or about the bullets.
I will include the bullets as part of the studies.
Does the gun and the ammunition have any special properties besides usual guns and ammunition?
They do, in fact. Based on the materials that these bullets and this gun are made out of, in combination with the exact carvings that are on both, alright? These bullets and this gun, when used in tandem with each other, have a very, very unique property. There is just enough static electricity, just enough unique application of gunpowder, and just enough alteration of friction and wind and air resistance to trigger what you suspect will be a transmutation of material in the bullet once it is fired from the gun. It turns the bullet into an exceedingly explosive and poisonous substance. As a matter of fact, you suspect that it might actually destabilize the very substance the bullet is made out of, such that it might not even be affected by non-living matter. This gun has the following properties. 1, it ignores all cover. You can shoot somebody through walls. It's got ghost bullets. 2, if you deal any damage to anything or anyone with one of these 5 bullets, it will instantly die. No dice rolls, no saves, nothing. Guaranteed kill as long as you hit.
If I deal damage to any creature with this gun, instant death.
Correct. You have 5 bullets.
Let me make note of that. Instant death to any creature dealt damage. All right. Second question. Can I synthesize these bullets?
No. Whatever material it is that the bullet and the barrel are made out of, you have never seen before.
All right. That concludes my questions.
Should you encounter this material in future adventures, I will alert you to the fact that you are witnessing something that reminds you of what the materials of this cult are made out of. But
I appreciate that.
this gun can kill anything. And you've only got 5 shots, so you might want to save those bullets for things that normal bullets can't kill.
Oh, yeah. I'm not abundantly stupid, Marshall. I may be a little mad.
Interestingly enough, this is a 6-shooter. You got 5 bullets. Looks like somebody spent one of those bullets already.
Very interesting. When I found the gun, were the bullets in the chambers?
Yes.
And one was missing?
Correct.
Yeah.
It is otherwise a completely normal 6-shooter for a cult. You can use it with normal bullets normally without having to worry about it.
Good to know. All right. So with my mad science concluded, I really got nothing else.
You will
that I care
retire
to
for the
do
evening
with
in
today.
that
Indeed.
And that will be our show for today. If you want to find out if our posse does in fact manage to collect the second half of the password, or they just manage to guess their way through, the consequences for using an incorrect password have yet to be specified. But you'll have to tune in next week to find out what happens next on Judas Steer. I am EvilSqueegee. This is Sarah P. That's me.